The high-profile $1.6 billion defamation lawsuit against Fox News is settled. The media company agreed to a deal with Dominion Voting Systems at the same time the trial was set to begin Tuesday. The settlement is for more than $787 million, a little less than half of Dominion's original demand. But it's still the largest defamation settlement in history. While no official apology by Fox is part of the deal, Dominion says Fox's agreement to pay is proof enough of their 2020 election lies. CBS News election law expert and political contributor David Becker joins me now. David is also the founder of the nonprofit Center for Election Innovation and Research. David, it's good to be with you again. As you look at the elections coming forward, what impact do you think or effect this settlement will have on those who would tell lies about the election and those who might be on Fox or anywhere else, giving a platform to or spreading those lies?
Well, first of all, in context, this is a staggering settlement. The amount is by far and away the largest settlement that we've ever heard of, and it is larger than all but one verdict in a case like this in American history. To get a settlement offer that large before opening statements, before a single witness has been called, is unprecedented. I used to actually litigate cases in the entertainment area before I'd started doing voting rights law, and I've just never heard of offering almost $800 million before trial even started, when the maximum you could have gotten is $1.6 billion. So I think it's going to have an impact on behavior, but we should also put this into context in the global sense. This lawsuit alone was never going to solve the entire disinformation problem we have around elections. It was about a tiny sliver of that disinformation landscape, about voting machines made by one particular company. And there are all these other lawsuits that are coming up from other companies, from other individuals, where we might see some accountability. But it doesn't address the lies about mail voting. It doesn't address the lies about philanthropic grants. It doesn't address the lies about drop boxes or German servers or Italian satellites or bamboo ballots. So there's still a lot of work to do in this realm.
Does it, by not requiring Fox to make a statement, do less than it could in terms of closing down that pipeline for future misinformation? Not just misinformation about what happened in the past, but creating a chilling effect for anybody who might want to say something that might be misinformation in the future?
Look, there's always more that could have been done. There's always ways, they could have rejected this and gone all the way to trial. But one of the big factors of this settlement is that it was not confidential. These settlements are almost always confidential. It's one of the things that defendants almost always demand in exchange for giving up cash on the barrelhead. And here, that was not agreed to. And the fact that this was not confidential really shows you the weakness of Fox News' position in this case, and the fact that they really thought there was no way they could go to trial. I'm cautiously optimistic that this will motivate those who might spread lies in this context to think twice about it.
So I have time for just one last question, which is a big one. But what is the state of election denialism, of the threats to our healthy electoral system as we head towards the next presidential?
Many of us thought after the 22 elections, when election deniers lost almost every contested race, that things were looking better. But I have to tell you, I'm more worried now than I was 6 months ago. I've really seen a ramp up in the election disinformation landscape, and it's affecting the men and women we rely upon to facilitate democracy, our election officials. We had an entire county, Buckingham County, Virginia, where all of the election officials quit due to harassment. We just had a very well-respected election official in Tarrant County, Texas, just outside of Dallas, resign because of the abuse and threats he's been receiving. So this is something that's a potential vulnerability as we move forward to 2024. We might have inexperienced people in those roles, or worse, we might have people who actively are seeking to undermine our democracy. We're going to need to remain very vigilant heading into the next 18 months.
All right, David Becker, thank you so much for being with us.